Howdy everyone, I'm Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today we're going to make this cute little card, and we're going to be using masking as the technique for the day. So let's make a card. I'm going to start off with the Stamparatus. I already have the little girl under the tree. We're going to be using Whisper White. I cut it at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So that's going to give me a nice 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch border all the way around the card base. I'm going to be using Momento Tuxedo Black ink. This is alcohol marker safe. I'm going to be coloring in using our Stampin' Blends, and that's an alcohol marker. This is nice and safe. Let's get it juicy. Remember to put your stamp set underneath the door to give it a nice even platform when you ink it up. Give it a massage. And let's see. I like it. Wow, one and done. Take this out. Set this aside. We don't need that. So let's start with the Stampin' Blends. I'm going to start off with, sorry, my head's in the way. The Stampin' Blends Light and Dark in Granny Apple Green. So I like to start off with my light color first, which is this one. And I like to give the paper a good soaking. You want the paper, I'll say wet, it won't be dripping wet, but you want the ink to soak into the paper. This is going to start, sorry, I'm concentrating. This will allow the inks to start blending. It's going to give it a more realistic, more textured appearance. Get all those. Get the grass. And under her feet. Then I'm going to switch over to the dark. And some of your stamps, the artist has done you a favor and has drawn in where the shadows should be. Here I'm just highlighting the leaves out and about. You don't have to be an artist, which is fantastic because I'm not one. I just enjoy creating cards and sharing with you. Now this stamp set, you can't just purchase. If you buy $150 worth of products from Stampin' Up!, you get Stampin' Rewards, which is free money. You can purchase this using your Stampin' Rewards, and it's worth it. So now that I've done the dark, oh wait, I forgot some down here. A little shadow. It's definitely going to be shadow underneath her feet and her legs. I go back in with the light, and this blends it out. And it's up to you how many times you want to go back in. Add more dark, make it a little bit lighter. You're the artist. Now once we get done coloring, I'm going to be blending, going to be using the makeup brush to add colors. Sorry, my head got in the way. All right, so let's do the trunk. We're going to be using light and dark soft suede. So again, I'm going to start off with the lighter color. Color that in. Easy. Go in with the dark. And this time, instead of using the brush point, I'm going to be using the nib end, and that will give me a little bit more precision. Not that this is very precise. And color this in a little bit darker. Back with the light. And let's move on to the little girl. I am using light Petal Pink for her skin tone. Again, the nib vice the brush tip. Now with small surface areas like this image, adding shadows, you're not going to get that much, so I wouldn't worry about it. Pick either the light or the dark. The jeans, I think I'll be able to get some shadows in here. So I'm going to start off with the light. And this is light Night of Navy. Then I'll go in and underneath her arms, the leg in the back, under her knee, and on the bottom of her jeans will have a shadow. Go back with light. Smooth that all in. Then I'm going to be using some purples. Which purples is this? Highland Heather for her shirt and jacket. So I'll do light all over. And then I'll come back in with the dark for her jacket, just so it stands out more than her shirt. There we go. Call that good. And then for her hair, I'm using dark Daffodil Delight, and again the nib end. There you go. And then for the book, I just used light Smokey Slate. There we go, that's it. All right, we've got the coloring done. Move all of these aside. Now we're going to mask. I have used Avery labels, repositionable labels, stamped, cut it out, and in the description I'll write which Avery product it was. Nope, line it up. Now these labels are fantastic. You can use them more than once. They don't ruin your cardstock underneath. So I just keep it in the case, the stamped case, and I can reuse it. So we got that nice and down. Now we're going to do the sky. We're going to be using Balmy Blue and a makeup brush. And again, I'll link this down below. Inexpensive, off of Amazon. Load up your brush, take a little off, and then come on to your cardstock. And it's up to you how dark you want it or how light, but always start off light because you can't remove ink, but you can always add more. I like the textured effect I'm getting. It almost looks like clouds. We'll be adding some clouds here, but it just gives another dimension. And I'm just picking some up off my platform here. A little bit more over here. I will call that good. I just take a rag. This is a microfiber cloth. Just wipe it off. And you're good for the next color. So let's put this one away. Next I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green ink. Wipe off my work surface. Catch my card. With these new stamp sets, squeeze the back or open it like a compact. Either way will get it open. Load up my brush, start off, and then work in. And that mask is going to protect your stamped image. Little grassy knoll there in the back. And I'm going to call that good. Let's wipe this off. Wipe this off. Set that aside. Close this up because I will put my finger in it. It's a lot. Okay, time for the reveal. I use my take a pick and the spatula end. If you have dark nail polish, be careful scraping it up because you could transfer your nail polish onto your project and nobody wants to start over. So that's just a tip. See, it's not damaging the cardstock at all. And down here, since I want to reuse this, I'll pick it up from this end. Ta-da! The reveal. Doesn't that look great? All right, let's put this into the stamp case so I can reuse it. And now let's add some background. We'll get to those. So in the stamp set, it has a couple of clouds. I'm going to be using Smokey Slate. Add that. How about some up here? And I'm going to add just the big one. So I stamped, and then with my towel or a baby wipe or paper towel, just wipe it off, stamp there, and done. I now want to carefully get this off. Let's add some butterflies. They're cute. And again, I'm going to use a Smokey Slate. Have them flying around the little girl. And we're going to use the bunny on the inside. So let me set that aside. For these clouds, I'm just going to take the light Smokey Slate and give it a little bit more color there. And for the butterflies, just real quick in light, what am I doing? Light real red, just a little, because I don't want them to be the focal point. I want the little girl to be the focal point. So I don't need shading, they're too little. Oops, there you go. And I think it's time to add it to the card base. I'm going to be using Smokey Slate. I cut it at 5.5. You can score at 4 1/4 or just fold it in half. Get your bone folder out, give it a good crease. Ooh, sorry, loud. And then we're going to adhere, get my snail out, just adhere it to the base. Remember, it doesn't have to be hurricane proof, just 7-year-old proof. All right. Make sure it's opening the way I want it to. Center it. Okay, and then we're going to add the little bunny to the inside. There we go. I am not going to add a sentiment. I'm going to increase my stash of cards, but a beautiful banner that says happy birthday or thinking of you, get well soon, anything would fit wonderful right there. You could even go across the trees and then add another sentiment to the inside. Well, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified when I post new videos, which is every Friday. But I want to thank you for watching my video. In the description is a list of all the supplies that I used. Thank you so much and have a great day. I'm back. I decided to put a sentiment on the card, and it's from the Strong and Beautiful, and I picked To the Woman Who Does It All with Grace and Wisdom. I thought that really rounded out this photo. Thank you so much. See you next Friday.